Hey, and welcome back to Investing Guide. Today we're going to be talking about Brazil partnering with Cardano. Cardano's current price is hovering around $1.96, which is 42% lower than its highest reach thus far. However, we all know that bullish growth in the crypto market is just around the corner. The likelihood of price increase is also supported by Brazil's latest announcement when they declared launching Bitcoin as a currency in their country. That's right, Brazilian people will soon be able to purchase houses, cars, and make payments using Bitcoin just like any other normal currency. If you want to know more about this partnership between Brazil and Cardano, stick around until the end of the video as you're not going to want to miss out on any details. Bill 2.303/15 was introduced by the federal deputy Auro Ribeiro. The bill was to accept virtual currencies as official ways of transactions in the country. The bill was approved by a special commission of the House on September 29th. Which means that it can now be presented for discussion. Before we continue, if you like this video and want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to get alerted whenever we upload a new video. Talking about Bitcoin, Cardano, and other cryptocurrencies, research from Sherlock Communications shows most people agree with this decision. 48% of Brazil's population are in favor of passing this bill, and 31% strongly agree to it. However, Brazil is not the first to accept cryptocurrency as a legal currency. From September 7, 2021, Bitcoin has become a legal currency in El Salvador. The idea was suggested by their president, Nayib Bukele. Reports and research say that Bitcoin will be approved by its government, so it will pave the way for the acceptance of other cryptocurrencies in the near future. Cardano's recent appearance in the global market has sparked the attention of many countries. Countries like Brazil, who are talking about legalizing crypto as a form of payment, are surely on the lookout for other potential options available to them. Since Bitcoin is a first-gen cryptocurrency, many limitations are still in place, like transaction speed, interoperability, or scalability. For being a country's main currency, the currency must be able to handle hundreds or even thousands of transactions per second, and any small delay may cause a huge amount of loss to many people. Cardano's network can handle hundreds of thousands of transactions per second, and sources say that they're looking forward to making things go even further. Many institutions are already on the lookout for ways to legalize ADA as a legal currency. Bitcoin is a very promising option, but it is more of a wealth storage device rather than a utility that you can use everywhere. Talking about Brazil, ADA is legal, and you can buy or sell and use it to make payments with. So, it is likely that the Brazilian government may plan to switch to an alternative like ADA in the future. You might ask, what does this Bill 2.303/15 say? And why was it introduced in the first place? The main purpose of this bill is to stop or minimize crypto crimes in the country, as people will feel more secure and comfortable using them. The bill's got several conditions, like imposing fines on money laundering with crypto and imprisonment of 10 to 16 years for any accused individual. The bill also increased the fine limit to 2/3 of the laundered money from the previous 1/3 limit. It also encourages companies to make proper transaction records for both their employees and managers related to cryptocurrency. We want to separate the wheat from the chaff, create regulations so that you can trade, know when you're buying and where you're buying, and know who you're dealing with, Ribeiro said. They also have talked with the country's central bank and exchange commissioner of Brazil over the possibilities and opportunities of adding Bitcoin as a form of currency. Ribeiro also believes that the acceptance of the bill will bring on more countries, and they will soon follow in their own example and will be ready to accept cryptocurrencies as a real currency. He also strongly stressed on government support for this decision and how close they are to making this decision approved by them. But there are still many things to consider before the bill gets approved. Firstly, to make something as a form of currency, it must be widely circulated to the whole population. As Bitcoin is digital, stable internet access is necessary for people to use it. Another problem that might arise is that local banking fluctuations. The crypto market is very unstable, and the prices will go up and down all the time. With the introduction of crypto as legal tender, local banks will be more susceptible to instability. So, we can say that much more discussions and plans are yet to occur before officially making the decision. Also interestingly, similar to Brazil, many other South American nations are filling out the paperwork and carrying out submissions to consider cryptocurrencies as legal tender. Countries like Paraguay, Venezuela have both willing citizens and infrastructures to support the cause. Now, let's take a look at what's going on with Cardano these days. As said before, ADA is facing a downtrend recently, so when can we expect a rise? According to expert Benjamin Cowen, ADA needs time to cool down again before going back to another all-time high price. As we know, ADA had already increased by a whopping 11,000% from March 2020, and we haven't seen a major downtrend since then. It's also a pretty big gain by ADA, so I think it makes sense to consolidate for a while and wait until the ecosystem is being utilized, Benjamin said. Analyzing the previous bullish trends, the cycles from the last 20 weeks, we can understand what the full market support band might be. If ADA falls behind the band, Cohen hints that it will be a long, slow down period for Cardano before it gets back on track. When asked if Cardano can reach $2.50 or above, Cohen said that it's very much possible, but it might take at least a month to stabilize the ecosystem of the network since many changes have accumulated in recent times. He also said that if Bitcoin is going to be on the upside, then it will be no surprise that ADA may follow in that pattern. So, what are their plans? We've already talked about their Alonzo hard fork competition quite a lot, and now the network developers are getting geared up for the Babbage update. This update is named after famous mathematician Charles Babbage, who is known as the father of the computer. The purpose of this update is mainly related to solving different types of issues faced by users in the blockchain platform. They're planning to improve issues like syncing speed, improvement of their language, Plutus, allowing larger transaction volumes in each block of their network. Plans have also been made to make the process of decentralization even further by giving access to smart contracts to more people. It has been heard that Straight Brands will be partnering with Cardano as the company is planning to use blockchain for keeping track of their products. Software engineer Kevin Hammond, who works at the Input-Output, said that they are ready to move on to the next step, and it's only a matter of a few days before they launch this update. He also mentioned that these improvements have been imposed for a long time, but an official announcement was not yet made. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has mentioned about the Hydra update in his recent live stream. Initially, he was talking about the ERC20 bridge, which is going to allow for transaction and transferring of assets from Ethereum to Cardano and vice versa. This will allow users to get low-cost transaction fees and use the better features of the third-generation blockchain platform. The former's proof-of-work network is proving to be less flexible than the latter's proof-of-stake network. Also, when it comes to transaction speeds and decentralized networks, ADA proves to be the better side. Cardano's scalability also remains unmatched from Ethereum's network. Coming back to Hoskinson, later on he pointed his conversation to the Hydra update. As we mentioned, Cardano developers are working on improving Plutus, which is going to help users to get more flexible with the network. As more development is done on the network, we can expect to see huge amounts of traffic going in and out of the Cardano network. With the advent of dApps and DeFi applications, maintaining the traffic situation is a crucial step. Hoskinson calls the Hydra update a high commercial priority. It can be understood from his words that he's looking at the bigger picture and also smashes some rumors about their currency, ADA. Hoskinson added that with the improvement of Plutus, developers would now be able to interact with smart contracts. And to tackle high traffic, the network developers are on their toes all the time, trying to get everything in place before their next upward trend cycle. Looking at Cardano's recent updates and analytics, we can surely assume that many countries will be on the lookout for ways to add Cardano to their daily business. After all, countries would like to use an environmentally friendly and energy-efficient way of making transactions, which is flexible and trusted by their citizens. Although Brazil's decision regarding Bitcoin hasn't been approved, the stakes are leaning towards Bitcoin's favor. And if Bitcoin can make its way directly into countries' economies, then Cardano is only just one step further. So that's it for today, guys. If you liked this video, then drop a like and leave us a comment. And if you're new to our channel, consider subscribing as we bring you informative content every single week. While you're still here, please go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen. See you there.